So happy that you guys stopped by and gave yourself a break from the world just to relax and enjoy some music. If you want to find out if I like this song, I guess you're going to have to stay around a little bit and find out a little bit later. Um, this is a special reaction due to a contest winner. Every Tuesday, we post a contest under our post tab. This week is double special because I had a poll that I put up called had to do about a big fat lie, and I had four things up there, and you had to guess which one of those things is untrue or a lie about myself. If the majority of you pick the correct answer, then two people this week will win the contest, and that's what happened. So two of you won the song and artist that you have chosen, and congratulations for winning. This is one of the two, and this goes out to the awesome, the amazing Grandma Karen. Woohoo! Thank you, Grandma. We adore you. Mwah. Thank you for being an amazing subscriber, aka fantastic to the channel. And we're happy and humbled that we provide something that you love because you always keep coming back. So this song is for you as well as others. So this is Home Free performing a cover called Vincent with, because I looked it up, the original singer of Vincent, Don McLean. So this is really interesting. Normally when people do a cover song, the original's not performing with them. But I think they did that before with someone else, Home Free. So that's pretty cool and interesting. I haven't heard it yet because we don't pre-watch anything. I wanted to know a little bit something about Don McLean. So it says he is an American singer, songwriter, and guitarist known to fans as the American Troubadour or King of the Trail. He's best known for his 1971, wow, that's the year I was born, hit American Pie, an 8.5 minute folk rock song that has been referred to as cultural touchstone. Wow, so that's some pretty good accolades there. Um, and then it said that the song Vincent is about an illustrious, famous artist, Vincent Van Gogh. So this would be interesting. I haven't heard his name or mentioned Vincent Van Gogh since I was back in high school, and then also when I was in college, there was reference to him. So, but I know he's has some really beautiful illustrations and paintings and stuff, such as some of the ones that you see here. So I don't think I've ever heard of a song that was about him. So we'll see what this is all about. Make sure that you support the musicians. Since there's two references here, I'm going to have links for Home Free and for Don, so you can give both of them support. If you can't purchase any of their music, you can do the gift of free, which is subscribing and commenting to their channel and liking the song. Okay, so let's hear what this song is all about, and I will commentate more afterwards. So here we go.
Starry, starry nights, paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hills, sketch the trees and the daffodils. Catch the breeze and the winter chills in colors on the snowy linen land. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now.
Starry, starry night, flaming flowers that brightly blaze, swirling clouds in violet haze, reflect in Vincent's eyes of china blue, colors changing hue. Morning fields of amber grain, weathered faces lined in pain are soothed beneath the artist's loving hand.
Now I understand what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now,
for they could not love you, but still your love was true. And when no hope was left inside on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you.
Starry, starry night, portraits hung in empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world and can't forget, like the strangers that you've met. The ragged men in ragged clothes, a silver thorn, a bloody rose, lie crushed and broken on the virgin snow.
Now I think I know what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free.
They would not listen, they're not listening still. Perhaps they never will.
Oh wow, remarkable, remarkable. Wow, that was so beautifully done. And I like how they did that. Like I said, it was interesting. So it was. Does that still make it a cover if the original singer is there singing? We'll call it a rendition, or I don't know what you call it. Let us know in the comments. So because he was there, so I liked his voice, Don McLean. Actually, he looks kind of familiar. Maybe I've seen him in another Home Free song that we've reacted to. His face, now that I'm thinking about it, looks familiar, but I can't off the top of my head recall because we've done like over 1,300 songs. So I'll have to look back, or if you know really quickly, let us know in the comments. Nonetheless, Don has a really beautiful tone um, to his voice, so it was nice hearing him singing his own song there. Um, and then him and Rob were just doing a great lobbing back and forth of the lead vocals, and I just loved it. It was magical, and then the harmonies of the rest of Home Free was just beautiful. This was very, very I guess I could say bittersweet, because sweet as far as it was giving like a tribute to talking about the soul and essence of Vincent van Gogh. But then the bitter part is also, Van Gogh had a lot of turmoils and struggles and things in his life. So it was acknowledging that as well. Um, but it's good that they did that, because there's many songs out there in the world that I think we have to address. Because take this for instance, Vincent van Gogh, like this was years and years and years and years and years ago that he was around, but the struggles and stuff that he's gone through still happens today in current times. So it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's not teleportive. I can't think of the word, but it fits in different eras and things of that nature. As far as acknowledging that, so like in modern times, take it now, like always check to see for any signs, or if you see if anybody's having any struggles, perhaps reach out and offer any type of help or ask if they okay. Um, if it's an intimate, like if it's immediate in the family, then maybe you would know more so than if you were an outsider, like let's say at work or whatever. But nonetheless, there's that fine line with Van Gogh between genius and darkness, and it's interesting how the mind works, how the mind sometimes can do two different things, because he was well known for his paintings and stuff like that, the imagery and the depth that his paintings and stuff had. I'm not an artist lover like per se like that, but I can still appreciate, your thoughts and your feelings and stuff are going onto a canvas, and sometimes that picture you can look at it and it can have so many different meanings and things like that to you. So I respect the power of artistry, because artistry comes in so many different forms. Like here we have musical artistry and stuff like that, and their actual artistry. Um, but then who talks about the person that did it? You may say, "Oh, so and so had beautiful work. I own many of their paintings," or blah blah blah. But how many people may or may not have known about the person internally? Their struggles or anything like that, if they had any. So this was a pretty nice depiction of both, um, and paid homage to him, and also again recognized that he had struggles. And I think it mentioned that he took his own life. Like, I don't know too much about that. Let me see if I could bring up something real quick. Van Gogh. How did he die? Oh, it says suicide on July 27th, 1890, in a field near Olvers. Vincent shot himself in the chest with a revolver. Damn. He died 2 days later with his brother Theo at his bedside. Why did he choose to end his life? He was so exhausted from working hard and the high standards he set for himself. That's interesting. So that, not good interesting, but that last part, the high standards that he set himself, that again is something that can relate to today. There's some people out there nowadays, you can call them workaholics. Like some people work so much they work themselves to the bone, and you know it's understandable some people have to do that for like paying bills or whatever, but it's also something people should acknowledge and be aware of, because sometimes you could work yourself so much or be so chaotic and you're like busy, 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 busy. You never know what type of inner struggle somebody could be having. That's what made me think of that. So that's very saddening and interesting, at the same time, because normally some people might respect somebody who works a lot, or thinks high regard and wants to always do a bunch of things at once. But you're only one person. You need breathers. You need to exhale sometimes. You need to not go, like all over the place. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I can say on that. I'm not a medical professional, but these are my thoughts. Real and authentic, people, like the thumbnail says. So interesting. I didn't know what to expect, but I'm glad I got to hear this. So I'm glad that you won, Grandma Karen. Thank you again for your support. And speaking of support, let's support again Home Free. Let's support Don. Um, we'll have the links and everything like that. So this comes to the part of our show. We always do our thumbs up pass if you like a song, thumbs down ass if you don't like a song, where you're paying attention. So thumbs up to Home Free, thumbs up to Don. It was really, really beautiful. Um, and it's also beautiful that even though Van Gogh has been gone a long time, his artistry lives on through people, and people still make reference to him. So that's the power of people, and the power of how things can carry on in people's name and stuff, even when they're not here physically. Um, so yeah. All right. Well, this is Tazzz with Tazzz N Philly, and I want y'all to take it easy and keep it breezy.